Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today we're going to do the first look on the Dreame L60 Pro Ultra Robot Vacuum Cleaner. So this was just released. I just purchased it. Not much comes in the box, power cord, extra dust bag, and some sample solution. But what we are getting here, it looks like a premium robot. Now this is all part of their new Dreame L60 series. They've got 4 of them. And I have all 4 of them. This is the most expensive or the premium one. Now let's go over the Just a Dad specs. You can find this on my website, justadadapproved.com. It's got a flagship price, $1,400 right now. It is on sale for $1,259, 35,000 pascals of suction. Mop pads have side reach, and the mop pads are removable. Here's one of the big things. It has 15 newtons of down pressure. The side brush has corner reach, lift, dual brush roller, onboard water tank. It does have a video camera, no chassis lift. Thresholds, it can do the step thresholds up to 3.5 inches almost, thickness 3.5. It supports matter. It's got a sensor on the front that can detect dirt. Base station's hot water, hot air, dirt detect, solution tank, but no tray removal, but it is auto clean. So what does all that mean? So there's the dual brush. This is a pretty standard design for dealing with long hair. It's got a side brush. It extends into the corner. One of the mop pads is going to extend up against the wall. It can also detach and leave the mop pads back at the base station when it wants to do a vacuum only event. One of the main reasons you might be getting this, it's got the Pro Leap wheels. So these little robotic feet will actually deploy, and that's what gets you over thresholds. This Dreame system that Dreame and Mova use, this is a proven system that does a good job of getting over thresholds. We've got the standard carpet sensor. These are the upgraded thermal pads. They got the blue color. We first saw these on the Matrix 10. They're more expensive. I don't know that they do a better job. It's supposed to hold the heat more. This is an upgraded base station. We've got these these are heating elements. This is going to help heat the water up to 212 degrees. The water is going to shoot out here. It's hot also. And this is a self-cleaning. So as the mop pads go around, it's going to clean it. There's a little filter here. That's pretty standard. You're going to clean it. Auto empty station. It's going to fill the robot up. Charging. Now, this does have a dirt detection sensor, it says. So whenever it washes the mop pads, it's going to sense that water that's being sucked up into the dirty water tank. You've got your standard clean water tank and your dirty water tank that you're going to empty. So before that water gets up to the dirty water tank, it'll go through a dirt detection sensor. If the water's dirtier than normal, it tells the robot go back and remop where you just came from, but it also tells it to wash the mop pads more. Now, something new we're starting to see, 15 newtons of downward pressure. That does help with these spinning mop pads. Dust bag is pretty standard. This is a really huge solution tank. You're going to put your Dreame floor solution in there. This looks like a primo design, like they've kind of upgraded the looks of this, like gold and that. This robot looks exactly like a Dreame L50 or an X50, or not the L50, but the X50. The LiDAR lowers down 3.5 inches tall. LED light sensor. It does have a camera on the front for taking pictures or video calls. Side brush extends. Again here, this is the standard. Looks like what we've seen before with the dustbin. You're going to have to replace that filter. Nothing special about this filter. I think this is all pretty much just like an X60. Around back, that's where it's going to fill the robot up. It has an internal water tank. Only one spot where it sprays the mop pad. Sometimes we're seeing robots come with 2 now. It does have these flexible pads that are supposed to help with uneven surfaces. I've found this does an okay job. It's kind of limited. Again, it can leave the mop pads back at the base station if it wants to vacuum only. I like that feature. And one of the mop pads extends right up against the wall. That typically works very well on Dreame robots. And again, the dual divide, this side is floating, so the long hairs do not wrap around. This looks like maybe an upgrade because of the color, but I'm not really sure yet. This is proving to be hard to find right now, this new color. This has all the standard setup features. So you're going to turn it on. You're going to get the Dreame app. It's free to use. You're going to scan this code in the Dreame app, walk you through. Check out my other Dreame like X50 video if you want to see the exact setup procedure. They're all typically the same. I'll go over, we'll look at the map. We'll look at the app and see if there's any differences here. I did print off, again, they have an L60 Pro Ultra, a PE, which I have all 4 of these. I've got the PE, it's doing really good right now. But here's all the comparisons. Same suction power pretty much. The dual brush rollers on the top two, and it's got a single on the bottom. They start doing different things, but 15 newtons for mop downward pressure on the more expensive one. It goes all the way down to 10. So pretty much flagship, most expensive, and it's going to work its way down to the budget L60 FE. So I just did a test. The L60 Pro Ultra does not have a dirt detection sensor in the base. I did a really extensive test on it. I had it mop up a huge muddy mess. The water is extremely dirty and it never did an auto remopping event. And I even had it in the Clean Genius. So it does not have one in the base station. I've looked all through the settings. It's not in the dock settings. It's not in the floor cleaning settings. They're really relying on these laboratory functions, which they're off by default, but the stain recognition, that uses the sensor on the front to recognize a liquid and do a mopping event, and same with the large. So you can turn those on and try to get some better stain cleaning, but I was hoping it would come with that dirt detection sensor in the base. I'm really disappointed for a flagship robot that actually should have it, but it doesn't. Okay, we'll see how the Dreame L60 Pro Ultra cleans up this big mess. It's going to vacuum and mop this room twice. After it does the perimeter of the room, it goes back and forth in the nice straight lines. That's the first pass. The second pass, it's going to go in a crisscross pattern. Not too bad of a job. I've got the water turned up pretty high. Not too bad. Okay. I didn't have the suction turned up all the way. It did leave a little bit in the corner, but it had a good side reach in the corner. I like Dreame, when they do their second pass, they still do the perimeter of the room. So now it's getting this floor perfectly clean. We'll see. There's a little bit left over here. I love that. That's amazing. It's not perfectly clean. Now this does not have a dirt detection sensor in the base station, so that's why I put it on 2 passes. And I do have the water turned up to about 23 right now, so that might be too high. And here is the second pass on this corner. That's about as close as you can get to the corner. All right, so now it's going to do the crisscross pattern. All right, got the white glove on. It's actually, that was a pretty big money mess. I've got to do more testing. I got to turn the lab settings on. Yeah, that's just water. Again, I've got the water turned up pretty high, but it's clean. The floor is clean. That's not dirt. Left a little bit of the confetti. Not too bad. Sometimes that confetti is a little hard to get. This is an excellent robot vacuum cleaner. I would not be afraid to get this one. So far, so good on it. Maybe there's a little bit of dirt on the glove. That's not all just from wetness. Now in the app, I really like it shows where it is at all times. We get a timeline. These are all nice features that the Dreame app, you're able to customize this for your home. I love it. All right, it's auto docked. It's going to empty the dustbin and wash the mop pad.
Start charging. Start auto empty.
And it's got the standard cleaning the mop pads, but again, it does use those heating elements. A couple things that I noticed in the settings that I would turn on. So dock, I went to high temperature, but I would probably turn this heat soaking. That really turns those mop pad, those heating elements on. I would do that. Detergent, it says it can mop, wash detergent and mop, yeah. Drying. Where's the one? Oh, auto empty. I would turn this up to high. It standard was on by default. Nothing else earth shattering. We got cleaning floor direction. Again, it's got that re-clean. Like if people are in a room, it'll leave that room and it'll go back and clean that at the end of the job if the people have left. More functions. Right here is the laboratory. I'll turn these on and do some testing. These are starting to work actually pretty good. Now it's dehydrating the mop pads and the fan's not very loud. I would not be afraid to buy this robot. This looks like it's going to be a flagship robot. It's missing a couple things. Hopefully the price is going to come down. There's definitely some upgrades from the L50 and the X50. Those heating pads I do think are amazing. And I think they help clean. Higher suction power. They did take the dirt detection sensor out, looks like, but I've got all four of them. So I'll do a side by side. I got the brand new Roborock Edge 2, I got the S Pro, I got the Eufy S2 right there. And again, if you want to see the robots that have already passed my testing, now with these robots, I've got to take them to my home. I got to live with them. It's one thing to do okay here at the studio, but it's a whole nother story at my home. And I found that out with the Narwhal Flow 2. It is failing big time at my home. I'm contacting Narwhal. It's got the same problem that the Flow 1 had. So it just doesn't use, it can't navigate carpet. So check out my website, justadadapproved.com. After I live with these robots for 3 months, that's when you'll see if they get the Just a Dad approved sticker. But we've got some good robots out there right now. You don't have to get these latest and greatest ones. Mova V50 is on sale under $700 right now. It's an amazing robot. It's my 2026 pick of the year. Lots of advanced features. Just a little bit different format with the first look. These docks and these setups are all the same. So if you're really struggling with how to set up a Dreame robot, I've got probably 20 to 30 videos on other models that I hopefully will help. And again, I just want to let everybody know the features are not changing a whole lot. We're just seeing little incremental upgrades, but these are pretty good. So check out my website, justadadapproved.com. And if you could, please like, subscribe, and thanks. Thanks everybody for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. Also check out where you can find all my approved products on my website, justadadapproved.com. You'll see a little link to it here at the end of the video. If you click on that, that's going to take you right to my website.